I've been studying innovation technology for quite a few decades now as an academic. And it's right. I mean, we are on a sort of a cleavage here. We don't know whether this new technology will develop new jobs. For sure, the nature of the job will be changed. Yeah. That's for sure. But we may be needing a new frame to understand what is going to happen. So the series of revolution that we've been exposed to and we've lived through did create new jobs and actually destroyed old ones. This one is actually creating new jobs for sure, but at the same time, we may need to rethink the way we work. We may be working less because of the importance of generative AI. Because until a few years ago, we only talked about AI, period. Now it's generative AI, and generative AI means also a machine that is able to, as we know, as academics, we write papers and essays and music and actually also coding and the likes. So it's really a revolutionary change that does require a revolutionary mindset, to be honest, with a focus on human beings, though.
I want to bring up the C-suite reaction then, because I was at a telecommunications tech conference early in the year, and the view was that AI is catching up with that sector. Lo and behold, we have two major announcements last week that large-scale job cuts are coming to telecommunications. We've seen in the United States that some tech CEOs are just not sure what this means, so are now pausing on hiring, but they've come on the back of a very strong hiring process. What do you make of the pause, though, in the C-suite at this stage now around the journey?
Well, the thing is that every single job will need some kind of AI competence built into it. And this, of course, I express all my bias being an educator. Every single learning part, educational part, starting from primary school up to university, must have some kind of AI skill built into it. And this is fundamentally important. That's a big issue, because we've seen that technology is moving ahead very fast. It's been accelerating every single process, or a lot of processes, including, think of smart working, for instance. But the educational sector is still lagging behind in terms of content, but also in terms of methods. And that's the big. It's not a question here. Is actually understanding and acting upon it.
It's one thing to talk about AI and ethics in some areas, whether it's social media platforms, but it's another when we talk about education and also when it comes to medicine, crucial areas of the economy. How concerned are you that there are not enough safeguards here to stop the adoption, development, rolling out of AI at this point? I'm
concerned because we're not doing much out of it. There's a lot of talking. We're a lot in this, for instance, in academics, in academia. Now we've been talking about algorithmics, which is ethics applied to algorithms, for about 2 years now. But besides discussing it, there's not much being done, which is a big issue, which is a real big issue. Because we acknowledge the fact that AI is fundamentally important. AI, as I mentioned to you, has to be part and parcel of every single educational part. But when it comes to acting upon it, we do very little. Even because, as I mentioned early on, the industrial sectors are moving ahead quickly. The educational sector is still lagging behind.